So good evening, everybody. Welcome to our session for this Sunday. This Sunday, we are again here talking about health and talking about how we can be able to protect ourselves, protect our families, and live a longer, healthier life. And today we are talking about diabetes. And more importantly, we are looking at why is it important for you to protect yourself, especially by controlling your sugar levels during these COVID-19 times, because these are special times and we have a new disease that is wreaking havoc. And we need to know, how can we be able to protect ourselves and how does it affect us? Does it change the way we are living? And what should we do to basically protect ourselves? And one of the things that has come out very clearly is that the new disease COVID-19 has a preponderance or a likelihood to attack people, and it damages the pancreas, and it makes you diabetic where you are not diabetic. And some people who had some sugar levels which are not manageable, and probably they didn't know about it, end up in hospital, and it becomes very, very serious. So today we are looking at how can you be able to control your sugar levels? How can you be able to manage your diabetes so that you are not susceptible to this disease? And in case you get COVID, you can actually be able to recover without much damage to yourself and to your body. My name is Fred Gishuru. Fred Gishuru is an entrepreneur with Neolife in the wellness industry. I've been in this industry for more than 20 years. And today I'm here basically to share with you how you can be able to live a longer, healthier life. And I always like saying that I joined Neolife looking for money. I was working in the hotel industry and I wasn't excited about the amount of money I was earning. I was disappointed by the corporate world, and a stranger came and offered me an opportunity to make some money part-time. So I joined because of money, but the first benefit I got was health. My mom was suffering from high blood pressure. My dad had ulcers. They were sorted out by these products. My dad later developed a swollen prostate, and that was also sorted out by these products without going into surgery. And I mean, these products have been amazing for me, the Neolife products. And of course, the business side has been good as well. The money is good. It's a business that sustains me and my family and has been able to give us an exceptional lifestyle, whether it is travel, whether it is, I mean, just living the lifestyle, before joining Neolife, I was in the normal grain where you go to work, come back home, complain about the boss, complain about the economy and all these things. But Neolife taught me that you can actually live a lifestyle whereby you wake up when you finish sleeping, you work when you feel like working, and you build an organization that goes into different countries and you're paid from different countries. And every year you're given a holiday abroad with your spouse. And I look at myself and I say, from the background of a receptionist, somebody who was not really earning much money. I didn't have much money to get started. My life has truly transformed. And if there's anybody out there who is probably coming to look at this and thinking, I need some money, I need some extra money in my life, then you're at the right place at the right time. And I would urge you to talk to the person who invited you and ask him, how can I be a part of this life-transforming business that is called Neolife? But like I said, today is about diabetes, it's about health, and I'm just going to get started. What is diabetes? This is a chronic disease that occurs when the pancreas does not produce enough insulin, or when the body cannot effectively use the insulin that it produces. And insulin is a hormone that regulates blood sugar. There are two situations that can happen: hyperglycemia or hypoglycemia. And hyperglycemia is where the blood sugar is raised. And this is usually because of uncontrolled diabetes. Some people have too little sugar in the blood, some have too much sugar. And all this goes back to the pancreas and the fact that the pancreas is not performing the way it should be performing. And there are many, many reasons for diabetes. There are many, many causes of diabetes. And some of the causes, eating too many sweet, sugary things. I mean, when you eat too much sugary things, then you find that the sugar is pumped into your blood. And if your pancreas is not able to sort it out, then you find that you get a problem with sugar levels in the body. And if this situation continues, then you find that it can digress now to become diabetes. And as we get into it, we are going to look at several areas and several things, and really look at how can we be able to control our sugar levels. What are some of the effects that too much sugar in the body causes, and uncontrolled diabetes? What kind of effect does it have on your body? And more importantly, what are some of the remedial or some of the corrective measures that you can do nutritionally to sort out this issue and ensure that your sugar levels are controlled? But first, let's look at the types of diabetes that we have. We have type 1 diabetes. Now, this is usually known as insulin dependent or juvenile or childhood diabetes. And usually it's characterized by deficient insulin production, and it requires daily administration of insulin. Now, the symptoms of this will include excessive secretion of urine, a lot of thirst, you're always feeling like you want to take water, constant hunger, weight loss, vision changes, and fatigue. And these symptoms may occur suddenly. A kid may be healthy, but suddenly they develop these symptoms, and that might be diabetes. So if you're a parent out there, then you need to be aware of this, so that in case you see such symptoms happening in your child, then you can take the proper precautions and take them for a checkup just to establish what the problem could be, especially if there is a sudden loss of weight. Now, type 2 diabetes, it was formerly called non-insulin dependent or adult onset diabetes. Now, this results from the body's ineffective use of insulin. Majority of people with type 2 diabetes, usually you find that it actually occurs as a result of excess body weight and physical inactivity. So you find that type 2 diabetes is largely dependent on our lifestyle. It is largely dependent on our diet, what we are eating or not eating, that actually causes it. Now, the symptoms are similar to type 1 diabetes, but are less often marked. As a result, the disease may be diagnosed several years after onset, after complications have already arisen. Now, until recently, this type of diabetes was seen only in adults, but it is now also occurring increasingly frequently in children. And this tells us one thing, that our diet has really gone down. You find that our kids are eating a lot of sweets, a lot of junk food, and this results in them developing diabetes at a very, very early age. I remember one of my friends who had, actually she was a lady in my team, and nobody in their families had ever gotten diabetes. But when she was a kid, she was always being given chips. She could not go to school without eating chips, and she was always on chips. And what happened is that she developed diabetes, and very serious diabetes. Yet nobody in their family, even their grandparents, nobody had ever basically developed diabetes. And if you look at the diagram, they just gives you a flow of what happens so that the body can be able to break down sugar. And you find that the stomach turns the food into glucose. Glucose enters the bloodstream. The pancreas then creates insulin, which enters the bloodstream. And the cells of the body, if the cells of the body cannot take the glucose in, this causes a buildup of glucose in the bloodstream. And that is what is referred to as type 2 diabetes. Another type of diabetes is what we call gestational diabetes. This occurs especially during pregnancy. Women with gestational diabetes are at an increased risk of complications in pregnancy and at delivery. These women and possibly their children are also at an increased risk of type 2 diabetes in the future. Yeah. So gestational diabetes or gestational diabetes is a condition that happens when one is expectant. And this boils down to one thing. Sometimes when ladies are expectant, they say they have cravings. And somebody says, I have a craving for soda, for Fanta. So they swallow gallons and gallons of Fanta. Now, it is not said that you must succumb to all your cravings, because some of the cravings that you may have are not healthy. And you might end up getting gestational diabetes or even causing your child to develop type 2 diabetes later in life, because anything you consume will actually be ultimately consumed by the fetus. So let's look at COVID-19 and diabetes. I had mentioned a little bit about it, but how does COVID-19 interact with diabetes? Now, this is a newly discovered diabetes. It was not there before. And what is happening is that some patients who did not have diabetes prior to the infection of COVID are developing new onset diabetes after recovering from COVID-19. COVID-19 virus SARS is best known for wreaking havoc in the lungs and causing acute respiratory distress. But when you look at what is happening to your body and what COVID-19 is doing to the body, is that COVID-19, when you get infected with COVID-19, then you find that it actually attacks the beta cells of the pancreas. Now, the beta cells of the pancreas have been found to be highly permissive to COVID-19 infection, and the pancreas basically lies below behind the stomach. And you find that the beta cells in the pancreas are the ones which are responsible for making insulin. And when you get COVID-19, then it attacks the beta cells in the pancreas. You find that insulin production decreases. In fact, last month, one of my clients called me, and the son had been infected with the COVID-19, and he had actually recovered from COVID-19. But now what happened is that after recovering, they discovered that the young man was getting a problem with his sugar levels. He started becoming diabetic. And they quickly called me to ask me, what can I use to ensure that the pancreas of my son is able to work the way it was working before COVID-19? And I actually recommended a few products which I'm going to recommend to you. So this is something that is real. And this is why it is so important to make sure that you're controlling your sugar levels during this period, because like you can see, COVID-19 stays in your body, attacks you. You may be healthy, but it's doing damage in your body. And as you look at what you are discussing here, the onset of diabetes, again, the symptoms are not so well distinguished. You may not know that it is happening, and you might get to know when it is too late. So it is important to ensure that you're controlling your sugar levels and that your sugar levels are actually stable. So doing a regular checkup is important, just to know that everything is okay. But we'll also look at a few other interventions that you can take. Now, 422 million adults have diabetes. There are more than 101.5 million deaths that occur with diabetes annual. And some of the consequences of diabetes, number one, it could be a stroke that happens. Blindness can occur because of diabetes. Heart attack also can occur. Kidney failure, amputation. Yeah, these are some of the consequences of diabetes, and that is what makes this disease very, very deadly. Now, diabetes, like we had seen earlier, occurs mainly, especially type 2 diabetes, occurs mainly because of diet and because of obesity. And it is important to really check your weight and ensure that your BMI is at the required level, because when you become obese, then you run the risk of getting diabetes. And that diagram there basically just emphasizes what you have already talked about the eye problems, glaucoma that happens in the eyes, renal failure, diabetic neuropathy, diabetic foot, stroke, heart damage, nerve disease, atherosclerosis. These are some of the challenges that occurs because of diabetes. Now, what is the solution? The solution, or what you need to do to ensure that you can be able to control sugar in your body, includes the following. Number one, of course, the diet. Diet is important. Number two, exercise, at least 3 times a week. Ensure you do 15 to 20 minutes of exercise. Ensure that you check your BMI on a regular basis to make sure that you're not going into the obese stage. Sleep 6 to 8 hours daily, very, very important. One of the reasons why many people develop diabetes is because they don't sleep enough. They tend to eat late suppers and then they sleep very few hours. In fact, I know a friend of mine who had diabetes was told by the doctor he should not eat anything after 6 p.m. So all his food intake was to be done before 6 p.m. and allow the body to do the digestion from there on. So when you are eating a very late supper, then you're running a risk of actually causing your body to develop diabetes. Then water, at least 2 liters on a daily basis to flush out excess waste from your body. And remember one thing, if you don't take enough water, the fluids in your body becomes very concentrated, and therein you find that problems start developing in your body. Then sunlight is also very important, and then the air that you breathe, and which takes us back to diet. The diet is critical, and we normally say that sometimes we kill ourselves with our fork and knife, and here we have a chart that talks about your BMI. And if you want to know your BMI, and probably you don't really know how to calculate this, just go to town. There are some people who have machines where you can stand, you pay some 20 shillings, and they weigh you. But make sure you go to a machine that is producing a receipt so that you can see your BMI. Because if it doesn't produce the receipt, then you won't be able to see what is your BMI. But it's important to ensure that your BMI is actually good. Now, the best foods for diabetes that you should be taking, you can see there some green juice, some barley grass, some kale. Kale is kumawiki, avocados, guacamole, zucchini with tomato sauce. These are some of the good foods. You can see they are basically fruits and vegetables. Worst foods for diabetes, of course, we all know them: sodas, French fries, bacon, ketchup, burgers, all the sweet things, canned fruit. There's somebody who said that the rule of the thumb is anything you eat which is sweet in your mouth is probably not good for your body. Yeah, anything you eat which is sweet in your mouth is probably not good for your body. And there we go. We look at the WHO healthy food pyramid, and this tells you exactly what you should be eating. And it says there you should be eating a lot of whole grains, a lot of whole grains right there, a lot of fruits and vegetables, different colored fruit and vegetables, very little in the way of proteins, and very little in the way of fats and sugars. That's the way we should be eating. But the reality is that's not the way we eat. We eat the other way around. You find that we take a lot of sweets. Today is Sunday, and I'm sure most families on Sunday, it's time to go out and eat the nice stuff, the pizzas, the burgers, and all these things. Nothing wrong with that, so long as you keep it to a minimal, and you ensure that the next six days of the week, you're eating healthy. Because if you don't do that, then you're bound to have some serious problems coming up. So we tend to eat a lot of whites, a lot of nice, yummy, tasty foods, sugars right there. A lot of meat, red meat. Actually, the meat consumption decreases as the month progresses. As people become broke, then they eat less meat. But usually you find that people eat a lot of meat, which is not a good thing. Very little in the way of fruits and vegetables, and very little in the way of whole grains. And that is where the problem lies, yeah? And as you can see there, those guys are really enjoying themselves. But I always say that every action you take, like they told us one time, every action, choices have consequences. That when you make a choice to eating chips on a daily basis, then definitely there will be some consequences at some point as far as your health is concerned. Now, the next thing that is important is what can you do? Because you see, whether we try to or not, we cannot. So we are having a bit of interruption right there. Okay. Sorry for that. So what can we do to fix this? How can we be able to fix this? Because we find that there's a gap between what we should be eating and what we are eating. Because whether you like it or not, you will not be able to maintain a perfect pyramid. You'll not be able to eat the right way all the time. And that is where a solution came up. And this solution came up in the form of a company called Neolife International. That actually, Neolife is a company that is focused on eradicating chronic disease in life. And we have our founder right there called Jerry Brasfield. And Jerry is a man who is on a mission, to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And Jerry had asthma, and he used the Neolife products. They worked for him. He said, if these products have worked for me, then everybody in the world needs to hear about this story and needs to also sort themselves out as far as their health is concerned. And he put together what he called a scientific advisory board, which was led by the late Dr. Arthur Fast. Arthur Fast is the man who invented oral chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer. And these people ensure that our products are safe, they don't have a side effect. And they developed a range of products that are meant to strengthen your body so that your body can be able to protect itself from diseases. Now, which are these products? Sorry, I can see. Sorry, please mute yourself. You're getting some interference there. Kindly,
hebu angalia hapa wewe unataka kujua ni mtoto wa nani? Takula virutubisho, unakula mafuta ya samaki.
Okay, sorry for that. We got some bit of interruption right there. So when you look at the products of Neolife, we have several products that are meant to strengthen your body, to basically help your body to function the way God intended it to function, and also to ensure that your sugar levels are balanced in the body. One of the key products that will help you in that direction is called TreeNN. What does TreeNN do? It ensures that the cells are functioning properly so that nutrients can get in and waste can get out. And you find that your body is able to be very, very energetic, and you find that you are very, very focused. Now, if you don't take enough TreeNN, then the cell becomes very tough, impermeable. Nutrients are not able to get in, toxins accumulate, fatigue comes in, and that's the beginning of disease. My experience with TreeNN and diabetes, there's a lady that I once gave this product. She was a principal in a school, and she used TreeNN. She had been struggling with diabetes for all her life. I mean, most of her adult life. And she used TreeNN, and for the first time in more than 10 years, her sugar levels stabilized. And she went to the doctor, and the doctor asked her, what did you use? And she shared 3NN with the doctor, and the doctor said, I need a can, because the doctor himself had been struggling with diabetes. And by using 3NN, they were able to balance the sugar levels. And if you ask me what happened, probably the 3NN was able to help the medicine do the job it was supposed to do. And it was able to cleanse out the cells so that now the body, the cells were able to function the way God intended them to function. So the next product is carotenoid complex. Carotenoid is an amazing product. You take it for 20 days, boosts your body immunity by 37% above normal. It's very good for the eyes. And you remember we said that diabetes affects the eyes. So with carotenoid complex, it improves your eye health. So you find that at the end of the day, your eyes are able to function properly, you're able to see properly. But more importantly, your immunity is boosted. Usually we have an immunity of 60%. So if you add 37%, you're at 97%. And when your immunity is high, then the body is able to sort out any problem that may be happening in your body. Now, the next product that is important is your omega-3. Omega-3 salmon oil has the 8 members of the omega-3 family. I know some people say, see, I can just go and buy omega-3 from the chemist. Well, you can buy, but you'll find that that one from the chemist is a raw deal, because instead of having all the 8 members of the omega-3 family, it probably has just one, yeah? And you find that at the end of the day, you take it, it doesn't do the job it's supposed to do. But our omega-3 salmon has all the 8 members of the omega-3 family. It's an amazing, amazing product. And another thing about omega-3 is that it actually helps the pancreas to do its job correctly. Now, we also have a multivitamin and mineral supplement. We call it multi, and it has a whole complete mineral complex. And actually, this actually helps the body to absorb so many other nutrients. Now, you can buy the 4 items in one pack. We call it Pro Vitality Pack. And when you take that pack, you've actually turned your pyramid the right way up. Or you can actually buy them individually. Now, let's look at some of the other products that we have that can actually help you as far as diabetes is concerned. One of the key products is called fiber tablets. Now, fiber tablets has been known to reduce blood sugar by about 80%. And this is a must, especially if you're struggling with sugar levels, you must be on fiber tablets, because fiber will ensure that the sugar levels that you have in your body are balanced. And it also gives you a feeling of fullness, a feeling of satiety. So you will, if you're the kind of person who likes snacking all the time, when you take fiber, you won't have that craving to eat those sweet, sweet things. You'll feel full, you'll feel quite okay. We are having a bit of a problem here. Okay, so the next one is called CoQ10. Now, CoQ10 basically has so many benefits. It improves the function of the heart. It actually improves the function of all your internal organs, whether it's the heart, the liver, the kidney, the brain, the reproductive organs, the pancreas. I mean, it just does a wonderful job. It's a relatively new product, and it's a product that I recommend for everybody on this call, because it does so much in your body, especially as far as blood sugar regulation, and it also helps even in the treatment of cancer. So this is an amazing product, CoQ10. The next product that is important for this particular condition or disease is called zinc. Now, zinc has so many benefits in your body, but one of the key benefits of zinc is that it actually helps to the pancreas to produce insulin in the body. In fact, when you look at the insulin that you're given in hospital, more than 80% of that insulin is usually zinc. But you find that it's a synthetic form of zinc, but in our case, we have a natural form of zinc that is made from whole food. And when you take our zinc, then your body is now starts producing insulin by itself. So this is an amazing product and again, another thing about zinc is that it helps in boosting your immunity, healing wounds, deals with acne, relieves colds, fevers, viruses. And during this COVID-19 period, this is one of the products that has been known to dismantle the COVID virus. So it's an amazing, amazing product for basically taking care of diabetes. Now, the next product that is important sorry, I'm having a bit of a challenge here. Just a moment, let's see if I can mute these people. Okay, sorry for that. We're having a bit of a challenge with people unmuting themselves. I think there's a bit of a problem with the settings, but let's just continue. Sorry, just give me a minute. I'm having a bit of an issue. Okay, I'm having a bit of an issue with my screen. Let me see if I can stop sharing and start again so that see whether I'll be able to. Yeah, the thing with technology, sometimes it may misbehave a little bit, but we just have to work with it the way it is. Okay, the next product that we have is called Botanical Balance. Botanical Balance is also a new product that has come into our market recently, and it actually helps to manage glucose uptake. It optimizes
Sorry, Fred, can I?
Uptake, and also
sorry, Fred, let me interrupt a little bit. Let me mute you, then you can unmute yourself.
Sorry,
Fred, let me interrupt you shortly.
Okay.
I mute everybody, then you can unmute yourself. Eh?
That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we are talking about Botanical Balance, and we have seen that with Botanical Balance, it's actually one of the key products that I gave my client who had gotten diabetes after going through a session with COVID-19. The next product is called Neolife Shake. Neolife Shake is a protein drink with 22 amino acids, but it has so many other things. It has fiber in it, which helps to regulate sugar levels. It has what we call the GR2 glycemic response technology in it. It also has lipotropic factors in it, which actually help to burn the bad cholesterol from your body. And it also has a lot of antioxidants in it. So Neolife Shake by itself, in fact, if somebody says, give me one product that can be good for me for diabetes, then Neolife Shake is it, because it has all these things, and then it has proteins in it, it has 22 amino acids, and you find that most people with diabetes are forced to stay off so many other foods. So you find that the body can become a bit weak. But when they use Neolife Shake, then you find that now the body is able to be strong and it's able to fight for itself. The other product that is very, very key in this particular program is a Neolife Tea. And this one, especially where somebody has a bit of excess weight, somebody has obesity, who needs to reduce on weight, then they need Neolife Tea so that they can be able to burn the excess fat from the body. So usually we give it together with a Neolife Shake, and together they form the program that you can use to actually burn some excess fat from your body. Now, the next product that we are going to look at as we come to the end of this session, because you find that the Neolife products are created such that you can actually put them together and they work together so well. They have a synergistic benefit, and you can be able to put these products together. And if somebody says, I don't have money to buy everything, what should I take? Then you advise them to take the key products. And the key products are which ones? They must take Tri-N, that's number one. They must take zinc, number two. Fiber tablets, that one has to be there. Botanical balance has to be there. CoQ10 has to be there. These are the key products that one should be taking so that they can be able to prevent themselves from getting diabetes, control sugar levels in their body, and in case they develop COVID-19, then the body is able to rejuvenate itself and you can heal, and also your internal organs can function effectively. Now, it is important to mention that Neolife also focuses on other areas, not just diabetes. We have bone and joint health, stress management, sharper mind, weight management, energy and fitness, heart health, immunity, men and women fertility, hormonal imbalance, children health. So these are some of the areas. Even farming, we have a product for farming that when you spray on your crops, you get double the harvest that you're getting, and it's 100% organic and natural. So these are some of the areas that Neolife product can be able to assist you in. You might be on the call and probably diabetes is not your thing, but you may have a challenge, or somebody in your family may have a challenge with some of these areas. Then they can be able to be sorted out with these products. Now, without further ado, I'm going to go to another section of this session. And in this section, I just want to invite one of our leaders. This is a lady who has actually used our products, and she's one of our very, very experienced directors in the business. And she has a vast experience with these products. She's also a medic, and she's going to basically share her story, how she came in, how she used the products, what they have meant for her. And in her story, I know we are going to learn quite a few things about these products. So without further ado, I just want to introduce Joyce Gishuru. Joyce, are you there?
Yes, Fred.
Sawa sawa,
Hello.
Joyce.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
And you can take it away.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. I'm so blessed to be speaking to you this afternoon. My name, as you've heard, is Joyce Gishuru. I'm not a medic, I'm a vet. I have a background in veterinary medicine. I trained and I've been working with the meat industry for many years as a vet. And I joined this opportunity because I needed to make some money. And the first time I heard about it, all I wanted was money. I never even had an idea of health or anything. I come from a very humble background, and from the early age, I knew I was the one to uplift my family. So with the government salary that I found was very small, I decided I needed to do something. I am a mother of two, and I had a family, my mother and my siblings to take care of. So I decided to look for something that I can do. I got a butchery because I'm very much experienced in that line. But as you know, once you have a business, you employ people to work for you because you're also employed somewhere else. And I found that all they were doing was stealing from me. And at the end of the day, I ended up having debts and having so many other problems. So the moment this business was introduced to me in a women chama, I never looked back. I borrowed from the same chama money that was going to the bank, and I gave the person who spoke to us, and she registered me. I will forever be grateful to Esther Mwendwa because she introduced me to a fantastic family of Neolife. She also introduced me to fantastic products and actually also saved my life. As I said, I was looking for money, and so I joined, and I was told I needed to start by using the products. And before being told to use the products, I was taught what the products do. And having gone through these sessions, that is when I realized I had a problem. Of course, I knew I had a problem, but it is those problems that you want to brush under the carpet. I was 104 kilos weight. I had chronic fatigue. I had high cholesterol, and my skin was very bad. I had acne. It was black spots, and so many other things. And when I listened to the presentation on the products, I realized I needed to take care of my health first, even before I get the money, because your health is your greatest wealth. I realized no matter how much money you have, and you have to take them to the most expensive hospitals, the money that is not important. So I went straight into the products, and that's the reason I'm talking to you tonight. For the last 16 years, I have used these products like food. I use them daily. And the most important thing is that when I started using the products, I targeted my weight. First of all, we know that we have toxins in our systems from the foods that we eat, from the air, from everything. And being a meat person, I also know that we have chemicals that we get from meat, particularly the processed meat, the bacon that we love so much, the sausages, because there are some products that are added that to inhibit some illnesses that are also harmful to our systems. But these things are so sweet. Fred has just told us, maybe as a rule of thumb, anything that is sweet is normally not very healthy. And that is what it is with the sausages and all those other processed things. So I chose to change my eating habits. And before that, I was told I could remove toxins by doing a detox program. So I used some of our products like garlic, Kalium, stage 6, Betagard to do a detox. And this helped me a lot in losing some weight and also losing some cravings, which I was having. And you never know you have cravings until you find that you are not thinking about those things. I lost about 3 kilos from the 19 kilos with the detox program. And I did a long program of 1 month. Maybe the person who invited you can show you how that one is done. Then after that, I embarked on the weight loss program. Now, the weight loss program, I started with the 3NN, like Fred has just told us. And 3NN is very good because it gives you that energy that you do require. With my weight, it was so bad that I used to, when I enter into a matatu and I give the conductor some money for fare, before they give me the change, I'm already asleep. It was so bad. When I go to the salon, I had to have 2 people stand next to me. They were doing other things, but they stand next to me so that I don't fall with the dryers. It was very, very bad. When I walk, my legs and everything was bad. And I remember one day in town, I was passing, and as you know, those buildings with mirrors. Then I saw myself there, and I looked and I wondered, is this me? I looked like something very bad. In fact, I used to say I was square. And my upline used to tell me, I was round. My upline told me, no, you are square. I was so bad. The clothes, when I wear clothes, they would hang. I could not even wear trousers. Where will they go? I was very bad. So when I started using the products, first of all, after the weight loss, after the detox, I continued with the 3NN. I continued with the Neolife shake. And I can tell you something about the shake. The shake is wonderful. It's one of my favorite products. It helps you to save, to skip a meal, not to skip, but to replace. Meaning, when you take it, because it's balanced, you have eaten a meal, but you are not losing anything. Your body gets all the nutrients it requires, and you feel full, and you can go for 2 hours, 3 hours to the next mini meal. So I used the shake very well, and to date, even today, I just bought my stock for this month. Neolife shake is the best. With all the 22 amino acids, and it has so many other benefits. Then, of course, I used the Neolife tea. I also use the Neolife tea. Neolife tea is very good. It has fiber. It gives you energy throughout the day, and you're able to perform. I also used fiber tablets. Fiber tablets are very, very good because our fiber when you take it, it goes into the stomach and swells up to 50 times. So you find that you feel full all the day, and it also absorbs sugar. So when you are the weight that I was, you are in a position called maybe pre-diabetic. I never got to diabetes, thank God, but I was almost there. So in that situation, when you're using fiber, it helps to eat up the sugar in your system, so that you are protected from getting the diabetes itself. So fiber is a very, very important product. Fiber also for people who are losing weight and they're not able to do the long program, they're not able to do the shakes and so on, particularly the men. They can use fiber maybe 2 times 4 in a day, and then they feel full, they'll eat less, and the sugar is reduced. There's nothing as bad as going to the next level of becoming a diabetic. Now, on the issue of weight, once you are overweight, or when you take your weight and then you find your BMI, for example, myself, I was obese because when I calculated my BMI, I was 34. And I want to say today that BMI should not be the only way to know that you need to lose weight, because people who are active, they have developed muscles, and when they weigh themselves, they'll have a high weight, and that means they have muscle. So the best way also, apart from doing the BMI, also take your measurements, take the upper part of the thigh, take the upper arm, take your waist and your bust, and continue checking yourself through that. This way you will know that you're losing fat. The best thing with our weight loss program is it helps you to lose the fat, but not the muscle. Because as you continue, we also have a product called Amitone, which helps you to tone the muscles, and it helps you now get the meat where the fat has already left. So with our products, you are safe. You can be sure that once you decide to do your weight loss, protect yourself from getting those other diseases. So as for me, I never used cholesterol lowering drugs. There's a cholesterol lowering drug called statin, which is also very, very dangerous for us. You use it, but it is also going to affect your system, and you can even develop diabetes. So it is very, very important to maintain our weight using natural products like what we have. Our products are very well researched, and they are recommended. They are well researched by qualified scientists, and they are guaranteed. You are sure that when you're using these products, you go far. So from there, of course, I regained my health. In total, I lost 19 kilos. The cholesterol left, the fatigue left. And my doctor was left asking, what is this you are doing? And he told me, continue. So by good luck, I have never used any medication. And for the last 16 years, I only go to the doctor to be checked the weight. Of course, you have to maintain the weight, because once you lose it, you don't go back to now eating the junk. But the best with our programs is that you are taught how to maintain, and you are not able to go back. And remember, the cravings have gone. So I feel very good at 62. I'll be 62 in 2 weeks, and I feel energetic. I feel healthy. I'm very good, and I'm very, very happy. My mind is sharp, and I attribute this to our products. For the guests who are on the call, I would like to encourage you, even if you don't feel like you don't want to do the business, you can be part of us by being a member. I think Patrick Nani will mention it, so that you can be able to afford the products for yourself. For example, now as I'm director, I'm able to afford my products comfortably. I don't have to struggle buying my personal products. So at the beginning of the month, I make a list of the products that I need, and I purchase them. Like now, I've already done my products for the month. I may add a bit as we go on, because of some will get finished. But once you're able to purchase them at a discount, then it keeps you healthy. So I love being in Neolife, because this is a whole holistic business. I told you I needed to make money, so I was able to make money. I was able to settle my family. We didn't have land. I bought land, built for my mother. I was able to take my children to good schools. My son went to Catholic University. My daughter, may her soul rest in peace, went to USIU, and she was a manager, going senior manager in this business. And I was also able now I'm in the business to take care of myself, my retirement. Remember, over 60, you are retired. I have an income. I have good products to take care of myself. And I have no reason to worry that I'll get diabetes. I don't have to be those ladies who say my diabetes. You know, some people have owned some diseases. My diabetes, my arthritis. I don't want to be that kind of a person. So for the people who are on this call, and for the guests, particularly those who are here for the very first time, feel welcome and know that we are here for you. We'll guide you in the best way possible. Thank you very much for listening to me. Back to Fred.
Thank you so much, Joyce. That was amazing, amazing. That was an amazing testimony.
Thank you.
And there you have it, guys. The products of Neolife are fantastic. They are awesome. And they are products that do a very, very good job. And as we come to the end of this session, I just want to mention that how do you get these products? Joyce has mentioned it a little bit. You can buy directly from the person who has invited you. They can be able to sell the products to you. Alternatively, you can be able to register and buy for yourself. Now, buying for yourself is better. I always say it's better because you're able to buy at wholesale price and you can get the product and you can actually be able to use it while you're saving some money. So you can register. Registration costs, anyway, it's actually less than $100. For me, I paid less than $100 and I got started. And that is the best place to be. So when we finish this call, ask the person who invited you, how can I register? How can I be a member of Neolife? So that you can start shopping for yourself. And the day you decide you want to do it as a business, then you can pick it up and run with it as a business. And who knows, one day we can be with you on the beaches of the world, sharing testimonies of the day you came to a Zoom meeting and you got excited and you joined and the way your life has transformed. Like I mentioned earlier, courtesy of Neolife, I've been able to travel to more than 20 countries. US, UK, Mexico, Mauritius, South Africa, Nigeria, so many places. And I know even you can actually be able to live that kind of lifestyle and as you transform people's lives. So there we have it. It was great talking to you today. And I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday when we'll be tackling a different area of business. Thank you so much. Have a restful afternoon and God bless you all.